Greetings, my friends. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello. Here we go. Oh man, it's gonna turn nighttime. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for coming by. This turned out to be a fun, cool project. I came up with this idea of making, at first, Streamer Lane. Because I just started in July and there's a lot of cool people I've met along the way, good vibes, helpful, you name it. So I'm like, you know what? Since I'm not a zombie slayer, I wanted to do a building or POI for each. Um, kind of like my way of saying thank you. I think not enough people say thank you nowadays or kind of say it very tongue in cheek. Um, so this is my way of showing some gratitude for the good vibes um, and the support, considering I never thought people would be interested. um, the plaques here on the floor are some are streamers and some that have been with me since day one. We have ashes, and each POI, you know, I'll say a little bit about them as to why I named it what I did. Um, but yeah, there is, at the suggestion of Redneck, a streamer memorial. And at first I was gonna name the people, and then I thought better of it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna make a memorial to streamers as well for those that have passed. So, but you'll see that along the way. Now the town's gonna kind of seem weirdly set out because I started out with my base that I built for a horde base, and then it just kind of grew. So it grew from the middle outward. But I'm gonna start with red. Well, this is phase one. Of course, it's gonna turn nighttime. This game hates me. um, this is the Redneck Estates, and this is the Redneck Connection. Red has been absolutely amazing. I'm on his podcast on Sundays, on his panel, and he's exactly what you think, redneck. So I made him a business, and then when I was looking around for a residence, I came upon this one, which fit him perfectly. I mean, it is your quintessential redneck residence. Oh, speaking of the devil, hey Sunshine, welcome in, Red. I'm showing off your estate. So, because Red is such a character, a lovable one, even though he tries to play that he's not. um, the kitchen was left the same. Little fireplace. And then for Red, you know, my signs. And I made Red his own armory, because, you know. So, he can defend himself very well. The red room. This bedroom. Of course, he didn't make his bed, but you know, It's the apocalypse. You're lucky you have sheets.
Doesn't matter. We can do usual.
Yeah. So, and then. So, for those of you that know the Wagner residence, I didn't change too much of it because it suited him perfectly. I even left a truck here, and there's another one on the other side with on hydraulic jacks. Aw, come on, play nice. Okay, and then the roof is completely as is. I didn't touch anything up here. So, even got the little skylight. So yeah, this was Mr. Red's place. And Red has been phenomenal. He jumps in, he helps my chat. He's my second set of eyes. Um, oh, hey, you missed the spot. Stop telling people. All right, children. But the only thing I really did was add the fence and just the minor stuff inside. So, this is Mr. Red's place, Redneck Estates. The Bomb Consultants under construction. The Bomb Consultants I named after his name is B19J for Big J. If you guys don't know of him and you like builds, he has got to be the best builder I've seen in 7 days since I started playing the game. He built a castle complex, including a full-size stone dragon. Don't get me wrong, I've seen tremendous amount of amazing builders. He, for me, in my opinion, blew them all out of the water. And it's his ongoing series. So that's a shout out to Big J. Then we have Alfred's Gap Market and PB Max Rescue Rangers. One night in chat, we were talking, and Alfred kept saying to do have a market and name it Grow a Pair. And I said, okay, what about if we compromise and we grow a Gap Market? So it's a new little market, community area, sleeping dog. It's the apocalypse. Produce basket. Again, minimal done up here. PB Mac downstairs. PB is a channel I came across, and the man's amazing. And the reason for Rescue Rangers, he has. Welcome in, welcome in. He has done rescues with his dad in tornadoes in Alabama. And he's all about faith and rescuing people and helping people. And I wanted to give him his own little PB Max Rangers. His own little shout out. And he really is a guy that practices what he preaches. No pun intended. And the upstairs of the market is Alfred's apartment. He's got that fresh moved in look. Couple beds, some luggage. So, and if stuff really hits the fan, he's got he's got another space up here to go to. Ah! Damn, that was super speed. I did not drink a Mega Crush. Okay. Yeah. So, I like to redo the POIs. Some of them I try not to really do too much to. I want to keep, the original layout. And some of them I do. Just go through it. For the market, here's Alfred's garden with all the stuff he needs. Oh, how I hate nighttime. Okay. Coming back here, we have Bomada's bunker and Library of Jesse. Bomada wanted a bomb shelter. And Miss Jessie, woman after my own heart, she's all about library. And one of my other builds, I did a girl cave for us. And it was basically a beautiful library. Sorry guys, my vision's kind of off today. And lining up is not easy. There we go. Going down. Haha. Out of all the things you can build in this game, you cannot build an elevator. Now, coming in. Here is Bomada's bomb shelter. I did not want to do just a box. And again, in one of my previous, in the farm life, I did a pyramid in the desert. So, Bomada's kind of a character, so I made him his own little pyramid bunker. Okay. Plenty storage. And this way we have facilities. Library of Miss Jessie, complete with 2 sleeping pooches in the corner. And then Miss Jessie's house. Magazines, books, gun safe, must have gun safe. Oh, yep, and snacks while you're reading by the fire. And then the upstairs. And this was kind of a mistake. I was gonna go a different way, but I kind of got carried away digging, and just under here is bedrock. So I went to build something. It's like, oops. My bad, a little too deep. Okay, now here's the cooking area. Now in here I did have animals, but they despawned. So they had their own little meat farm. And then for the cooking facilities, we have our own little grill. Everything's workable. Well, minus the grill part. And that is the cooking area. Perfection snacks. Snacks by the fire, food, and books? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Drop loot. Throw the bag down. Coming for a day from killing zombies. Okay. These ladders were the bane of my existence. I don't know if I was tired or what. Twice I put them on backwards. I guess that's what I get for trying to build at 4 a.m. and not paying attention. So, that is Miss Jessie and Domada's bunker. Yay, daylight. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, coming down the road. Next door neighbor, because you know he's kind of creepy. Ashes. Ashes oddities. And those of you that know Ashes is all about the creepy stuff. The Boom Boom Room and the Cryptid Podcast and all things creepy is Ashes. Oh, hey, look, even mysterious floating sign. Beware of dog. BB bites. BB's his real life dog that he puts videos out on. And BB's adorable. But yeah, so try to put things creepy. This one is a little bit more difficult because there isn't that much I can bring in for decorations. But it had a good, the bare bones to it. So I hope that one day they will improve the decorations so I can bring more stuff in. He's a movie buff, movie posters. It looks like they have torture chambers. Certain buildings just fit the people. More posters. Yeah. So that's what I've done in Mr. Ashes. God, I love those bears. Okay. And then, going across the street, we have AK Mom's Armory. Now, the funny thing is, when I told AK, I think AK Mommy 4, I think it is, that she had an armory, she goes, I don't know anything about guns. I'm like, AK, it's apocalypse. You point, you shoot, period. You don't have to know. Or you throw grenades. Unless you're like me and blow yourself up. So yep, made her her own little armory. Complete with apparel. And coming down the road. Next up is Carla and Madman's Salvage. The reason why they have a garage is because Carla's channel, Carla the Fobbit, and Madman Plays. They are currently playing Vane, and Carla's not the best of drivers. She will wreck stuff. in like no time flat, so I made them a garage, complete with little room on the back. Self-contained little garden area. Must have dog. No good garage is complete without a dog. So this was my homage to Carla and Madman. They also are doing Ark Survival Evolved. And this is where I started, which the Dead Rooster. My favorite base to make a horde base, the Dead Drop In, complete with caskets up front. So we'll start from the bottom. My base is down here. Must have dogs. Simple living. And then my crafting base is back here. And my bedroom's back there. Nothing special. Bed, some pictures on the wall. The horde base works really well. Love this for a horde base. Those of you that know the POI, I did break out the stairs and just close it up. So when they come in, I can shoot through the floors. I can shoot straight across. Depending on how many books. God, it's laggy. Good lord. Or I can come, since I'm spears, I can melee them. No problem. You didn't see that? And then quick escape if needed. Roof, ladder down. So this is my horde base, and up top I have farm plots and dew collectors. Okay, so that's my spot. Then across the street, Team Venture Gaming. Pav, Ziggy, Freaky. Absolutely hysterical to watch. I don't know how many times I jump into when they're streaming and all I hear is Pav screaming. If you're ever just in a bad mood, these guys will turn it around. But Pav wanted a luxury jazz bar. So I said, okay. So he now has Le Salon Venture. Poopy Pants Daycare never looked the same again. This was one of the harder ones to paint because of all the angles up in the ceiling. See, now this game reverts and erases color because I did a final walkthrough this morning and that was painted. But okay, it's the apocalypse. Nothing's perfect. So, kitchen's under renovations. A couple little sculpture pieces. And then, going upstairs. Have some tables, some folding chairs. piano. Must have storage, supplies. And hydroponics. Specialty, cannabis. Or as Pav says, we call it greenery. So see, if it was a farm life mod, you could actually grow it. Okay, now out back. Events on hold until further notice. There's a little outdoor stage performing area for outdoor concerts. So this was the upscale Jazz in the Apocalypse. Oh, and when you come in, it says musicians apply here. Excuse me. So that is the upscale jazz lounge. Okay. Coming over here, we have... Oh, empty sign. Game Retainer Science Center, specializing in explosives. Game Retainer's community server was the first one I actually joined and played a bit. And oh my god, was he hysterical. Game takes lots of chances, and when he gets himself into dicey situations, he says, yes, I did that for science. And he was looking to do a final stream on a playthrough, and I said, well, you like to blow stuff up. Why don't you go find a POY and see how many explosives it takes to blow it up? He did just that. God, that was a blast. So I made him a science center. Nondescript. Then we come downstairs. Go. Nitrate, generator, plenty of locked storage boxes, sandbags, concrete. So what is... phase 2. Because this would have been never ending, and I didn't want to overcrowd this one area, I have started on phase 2, which is going to be in the snow biome. And I will start... I actually started already this morning because I found a perfect spot for Amylicious. His GR's work stuff. Plenty sandbags. For things that go boom. So yeah. Phase 2 is really gonna be as it comes. I mean, just like here, I think I have three spots that are non-streamers. So it's really just, there's no plan, because I don't always plan. And this is Leggins Legendary Pizza. Daily specials? None. Lucky to have food. How special. Nerds, curds, and turds. Legan has got this turd thing going on, so must have turds in there some way. Lock myself in. The rest of this is not touched, it's as is. And then we come to another favorite spot of mine, Mr. Redneck. Redneck's Grill and Chill. You pick the colors, and then best barbecue, East barbecue. And then later on, we added the billboard. East barbecue, it's meat. Hey. Now, coming down, this is the Streamer Memorial. Redhead suggested that there'd be a memorial. And like I said, I was going to do names, and then I thought better for it. Streamers rest. But those that have gone before us. Yeah. Little graveyard. Wanted to acknowledge those that have gone before us. Revamp the inside a little bit. Okay. Alright, let's get the come back to the main road. Okay, now we come up on Apocalyptic Sexy, finest military clothes around. SNY, So Not Yours, plays a ton of games with AK Mommy, and she asked for something sexy. I'm like, oh, good lord, it's 7 days. So, taxed my brain, and she has the military clothes boutique. Standard back here. Good lord, what is going on with us tonight? Okay, here's, little storage. And because they hang out together all the time, there's the bathroom. Made the rooms adjoining, and this is AK's. Look, whoa. I am deadly with the dev gun in my hand. So this is AK's little apartment. Because, streamers need apartments. Just saying. So, They have adjoining apartments. So then when you go upstairs, you have AK's apartment. I took down that god-awful motel sign. Put the dew collectors up for her. And then custom fireplace. And those two round corner pieces on the bottom are farm plots. So up here, no, it's a bathroom. What else can you say? Yeah, per bedroom. Carrying the same theme. So this is AK's apartment. Closed it off from that half because nothing's been done. That area is under construction. Okay, so now up here, there we go. Of course, we have our science genius, Game Retainer. This is his room. Plenty of books, because you know it's that nerdy side of him. More books than TV. See? No TV. And he's got the open air bathroom. Not big on cooking because he eats most of the time at Redneck's Barbecue or at Leggins Pizza. Laundry. And that wraps it up for Game Retainers. Okay. Gonna have to fly because that's stuttering. Oops, it's killing me. Now, one of my favorite sections of town is it's called Salvation Ahead. And those of you not familiar with Sheriff Hawks, he's a character. Please look him up. He's actually doing a comedy series based in the 7 Days to Die world, called The Neighbors. Red, correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, so this is his correctional facility. Got his little house over here. And here's the jail. And we have Dumbass Central. If you do something stupid enough to get thrown in jail during an apocalypse, yeah, you qualify. And then a cot. There are no 3 hots. Water if you're lucky. It's the apocalypse. There's no free food. Now, Sheriff has an alter ego called the Reverend Hawks. Okay, I was right. It was called Neighbors. Thanks, Red. So, of course, Reverend Hawks right here. holy water when it's full. It's the apocalypse. Not thinking it's going to be full very often. And for donations. Okay. You come in, simple house. Under constructions, aka stay out, dumbass. And those of you that have played Fallout, praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. Then you have the Reverend's Rule, thou shalt not steal. If you're stupid enough to try, you die. And in his persona, he does not call the Bible the Holy Bible, he calls it Holy Bibs. So, that's what we have there. We're a sanctuary until we're not. Back room over here is just left untouched. It's as is. Hence the under construction part. Back there, just simple bedrooms. Really not touched. Just spruced it up a little bit. So this is Hawks's end of town. And to round things out, I'm going to fly to the other end of town. Because when things, finally hit the fan and... Oh! No. Ha! Very, very, very important piece. Cypher's digital divide. Cypher is part of my husband's game name. He is my tech genius, my tech guru. So he is sharing the building with Snap's Snore Store. And if you're not familiar with Mr. Snap, I met him hanging with Ashes. Snap has a habit of falling asleep while streaming. He will be heard snoring. And then, at which point, he will blame it on his dog, Cooper. Which is why Cooper got the shout out. Yes, more than once it's like, what is that noise? Oh, that's Cooper snoring. Mm-hmm. So, Mr. Snap sells beds. And then simple digs inside. Bathroom has a seat, shower. So he's good there. And then going to storage. Fully stocked. Computer gizmos and parts for my husband. Simple kitchen. And my husband's area. All things tech. Workbench, supplies, computers, all of the above. Security cameras. So he is the tech guru for the town. Coming up here. He's got, again, shower, steam room, water hits it, creates steam. So he has his own little sauna in there. Outback, did not touch. as is. Because they don't care about the outside, they care about the inside. And that is Snap's Snoring Store and Cypher's Digital Divide. Okay. Alright, for the final piece of this town, fly into the other end. And that's why I said the layout's kind of weird because I started from the middle and I only expected to do a couple of buildings. I never expected it to take on this life of its own. Yeah. For those of you, Smithstone Silos, also known as Eagle's Nest. Last line of defense. This was requested by the Timber Cutter, aka Jeffrey, my food buddy. Extremely just, like all you guys have been, encouraging and supportive. He really is a timber cutter in real life. The man works some amazing hours. And okay, so come up to the top of the silos. Come up here. Have our grills. Very simple. Must have facilities. Then Mr. Jeffrey's penthouse suite. Again, skylight. Best view right here. Snowy Mountain. For phase 2 of the project. We'll take the shortcut out. So, for those that have to come up, ladies' quarters, gentlemen's quarters, complete with sleeping privacy because the beds are, behind the door. Same on the other side. Now, the silos, what I did with these, are for emergency supplies. Food, water. Oh, this one has the medicine. That one has food. And then somebody gave me the idea of making this one as a water collector. So there's water down there. And then, complete with dogs. Must have dogs. And the farm. And this ends phase 1 of the farm town. And I really do need to thank everybody so much. You guys have been phenomenal. I appreciate the encouragement, the support, advice along the way. Still learning, still new, but like I said earlier, I wanted to make sure I said thank you. And since I'm not a zombie slayer, with the occasional horde night, I do it in buildings. Phase 2, I've already scoped out the location for Amy Licious' bakery that she wanted. And that's actually what I was working on just before I came into stream here. But with that, I hope you enjoyed the tour. And if you guys have any questions or suggestions of things you want to see, pop it into my Discord, send me a message. I'm all about that. Because so far I think I have 2 buildings slotted for phase 2. And I want to see how far I can take it though. The only thing is it's only going to be the snow and desert and the pine forest. I'm not touching the burnt forest or the wasteland. Mostly because I can't see. But yeah, so this is it. This has been so much fun to do. Let's see, 68 days in game days it took me to do this. And let's see, I would say maybe 65. Take a couple of days off for having to pause and go deal with my son and stuff. So yeah. Stream Lane phase 1. Give my thanks to those that have helped me. And with that, I'm actually going to end it here. But then I'm going to pop on and go build in phase 2. I want to start separate for that. But thank you guys for joining me. And I will catch you again in about 3 minutes. Because I need to go get something to drink.